Good evening. This is the August 26th, 2025, 6 p.m. meeting of the Leominster Conservation Commission. The public is encouraged to follow along with the meeting using the posted agenda. I'd like to ask anyone attending the meeting to please silence your devices. My name is Jesse Verga. I'm the conservation agent for the city of Leominster. Before we begin, please allow me to confirm which members are present. Chuck Raymond.
Here.
Jordan Vashon.
Here.
Nick Venti.
Nick right here.
And Mike Seehey.
Here.
All right.
Thanks, Jesse. Just
Yeah,
a
there you go.
point of order, is it Vashon? Okay, we'll call it
Vashon.
Vashon, yeah.
Okay.
The French pronunciation, yeah.
Vashon.
All right, good. Thank you, Jesse, appreciate it. There's Vice Chairman Rich Gullick.
Rich Gullick in the building.
All right. Stay here. Stay here. There you go. All right, so what we want to do, what I do before each meeting is, if there's anybody in here who isn't already on the agenda, who has any questions or comments for us, feel free to ask or stand up. But if you're already on the agenda, we'll get to you. Anybody in that? No? Okay. Moving on then. All right, under continued hearings, I'll go ahead and read it in. Notice of intent filed by Maria Amaral for the proposed construction of a single-family home and associated grading at 1018 Lancaster Street. DEP number 199-1215. Who will be presenting for us?
They should be here. I think they're downstairs.
Okay. And I know you've been here before. Introduce yourself again, please.
Julian Vatruba, sorry about my voice and what went down,
I'm
but
sorry, the first name again was?
it's Julian.
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 Got it, thank you.
Last name Vatruba
Got it.
from New England Environmental Design. So I'm sorry that I wasn't here at the last meeting. I didn't think it was necessary because of our sidewalk, but that's my fault. So we had the sidewalk on the site. and-
Yeah, I apologize. I wasn't able to attend that day.
And a
I
couple of
apologize.
members showed up, and I thought the sidewalk was very productive, and we're moving forward, so we revised the plan. I had actually sent a response to the DEP comments to the agent's office, and then the revised plan. So.
Yeah, I have your.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
So here we are. I was told that you had some additional questions in regards to the site. So let me just tell you what we did from the sidewalk. We walked the site. We focused on actually the area that's not even gonna really be altered with the initial proposal of the building and the septic for the new lot.
Mhm.
There's an existing accessory building there with a driveway and whatever was there from years and years ago. And there was an area that it's all gravel. And the gravel was just leveled out, and you could see that it was loose. And the members that were there were asking, is there a way to narrow this down and instead of being 18 feet wide for a driveway, narrow it down and show how you're gonna stabilize it. So this plan shows how we're gonna stabilize it. We went to a 12-foot wide driveway, and we're gonna lumen seed the edges. We're gonna put a stone barrier along the top of the slope so nothing can run towards the river, and contain the site within this limit of work as shown on the plan. So that's what we did, and that's what I'm hoping that the board can see, that we've stabilized everything we can stabilize. And what we're proposing, because it's such a flat lot, isn't going to cause any issues towards the riverfront or the adjacent wetland with it. And that's what I'm here for. That's, if there's any other questions.
Yeah, I can certainly go.
Just Commissioner Quinlan is here now, on the record.
So, one of the DEP comments, and also what I brought up as my main concern at the first hearing that you were here at, is how did this site come to be, degraded or altered in any way? And I wanted you to go through old aerial imagery or come up with some narrative of the site. I never got anything that answered that, so I looked at this stuff, and here we have the current. This is the current year map. This is from 2025.
Yeah.
And then if I go back just to 2023, I can see that a lot of that is new alterations.
But if you look at, they're all pine trees all around there, and you can see that if you bring the cursor over to, right, yep.
Yeah.
Come this way. You can see where you can park cars behind that building, but there's all trees. It's very bright. The 2025 certainly shows that he brought some gravel as a coating over the
Yeah,
gravel
so-
area. And yes, that's probably should have come to you to ask for permission because you're in a riverfront, but it's maintenance of a driveway. So you're not gonna tell me that every person who has a gravel driveway in the town of Leominster comes to you and says, we're fixing potholes. Maybe they do.
What I'm saying is, your whole premise is that this is a previously disturbed site,
Yeah?
and looking
Up
at
there, where the
this.
house is. Look where the house is.
No, but looking at this aerial,
Julian, if you could,
Yep.
please,
I'll let-
let
Yep.
him finish.
Yep.
I appreciate it, thank you.
this looks like more than what you're describing as just general maintenance of a gravel driveway. Look at what we have here, and look at 2025.
Right.
There's also a septic in there that the Board of Health has no record of. There's,
I can't attest to that.
no, I know you can't,
No.
but we
But
do,
it's-
you know, we work with the other city departments to make sure that things are done as they should be. And
Okay, let's,
these are, I would say, pretty major concerns.
let's look at what I'm proposing. You can take that part down below. That's not part of what we're here for, what we're asking for. We're asking to build, if I could stand up to the screen and show
Yeah,
it. that's
yeah, please.
possible. So, what this plan, what we're asking to do is, line it up. Here's the house, here's the garage. We're asking to build a new house here. That's an existing building. That's a degraded area.
That's not.
We're asking to put a septic up in here. Our limit of work ends right here, then it comes down here. We added this because at the sidewalk, we were asked to make this come around like so with these cars, and come right up along this and come out. So I extended the limit of work around this so we can do that work. That's not part of what we're proposing to do.
Before we're able to consider permitting work on the site,
Yeah.
we need to see that it's been restored to where, like, this, in my mind, is illegal degradation that's taken place over the last however many years.
So,
So in the regs, under the Wetlands Protection Act,
Okay.
before we are able to permit additional work on that site, that needs to be restored to the maximum extent practicable to like what we can see from this area.
so I thought that's what our sidewalk achieved. We have this area that's right here, that's all gonna be loam and seeded. We can add some brush and some bushes
Yeah.
if you want.
I think
And then
that's a
this
step in the
area
right
here,
direction. The other
we
major
narrow-
concern that I have is that,
Let's do one at a time,
Yeah.
please. Jesse, go ahead.
well, it just, we also, you know, the Board of Health sent that letter about that septic. We're not gonna, they're separate departments, but as a
Okay.
city, we work together to
That's
try and
fine.
make sure that things are done appropriately. So I need to see some response to the Board of Health that's,
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll deal with the Board of Health and
Yeah.
get you any response we need.
and
on
I
the
think
Board of
this should be, I mean, really, I would like to see a separate like restoration plan. That's showing this going back to, because I don't think that we can approve this notice of intent as you've submitted it.
Health. Okay.
Jesse,
Well,
ma'am?
Yeah.
So the River Protection Act, and Jesse, please correct me if I get this wrong at all. Defines redevelopment as redevelopment of an area that was there before 1996, when that act became, that's been developed since 2000, since 1996. So this is, because of the septic tank, this is not redevelopment. That, and plus that septic tank, the Board of Health has no record of it. So this doesn't qualify for redevelopment.
Okay.
As a redeveloped area. That's what
All
we're
right,
getting at. Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying is what we're proposing is in the area, it's clearly that this building's, I don't know what age it is.
It's
It's
still-
been there for-
That's not part of it, we understand that, but right now, we're talking about the septic in this whole area.
Let's, septic is a Board of Health issue. So let me just put that on the
Okay.
shelf here for Board of Health.
Okay.
The building, this building was probably built in the 40s. That's there.
Understood?
So
Understood.
how can we say that if that building is here, the only spot that I can see that this board can have any say and confusion of what was degraded and what's not degraded is the trees that were in this area, the treetops have been cut out. There was obviously a way to get around this building. So at our sidewalk, as you all saw, that, yep, it's wider than it probably should be because of vegetation. But the elevation of this area, that was done back when all this was all one piece. So if you want a restoration of basically
I
what
wanna
I submitted,
Well, look at 2014. In 2014, you can see there's that original gravel driveway.
goes into this whole area. Where's the building? You can't see the building in here. It's right in here somewhere.
No,
not
but
there.
even if the building were there, my point is
It
that
is
there
there.
isn't.
The building exists in this picture.
Okay, and the driveway around it. There's
And the
not.
driveway comes in, here's that tree here. It comes in through and comes around. It's hard, you can't see it because of the canopy. So, but the grades and the trees along this bank in here, you saw the trees that are on this
Yeah.
slope. I mean, the things are this big.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
So, can we move forward, and if you want a restoration of, I'll elaborate on this, we'll plant trees and we'll plant whatever we need to do. We do have an issue with this little building have its own septic and there's no
Yeah.
record. We're gonna deal with that with the Board of Health, that we gotta do.
Mhm.
We'll come up with a solution that meets Board of Health Title V regulations, not a problem. There's a lot of things we can do here. One of the biggest things is there is town sewer here. If they have to connect with town sewer, that eliminates the complete Title V situation. So that's over.
And again, we aren't contending that it's not Title V compliant, or will be.
Right,
Our issue is that it was put in since 1996, so that area doesn't qualify as redevelopment. That's
well, I
that's
don't, I don't know when it was put in and nobody knows when it
Oh,
was.
it was since 1996.
That's
I don't see how you can put a date on that. When
as
this
the
building was
applicant,
obvious-
it's your burden to prove that it qualifies as a redevelopment.
Right.
So then we gotta show when this little accessory building was built. If there's a building.
I'm
permit-
not looking for that. I'm looking for you to meet me halfway. Like I
Okay,
said, it's really.
we wanna meet
like,
all the
look
way.
at-
I mean,
Look at this photo.
yeah,
And you can see, you can see the gravel that's well defined.
Yeah.
Maybe there was some little path around the building, but it was certainly not anything like this.
it was probably like this. There's a building right here, so it was probably right along like so. So these trees got removed and the topsoil was altered. So if we bring that back and have this, you saw this
Yeah.
drawing, I mean,
Yeah.
we gotta be able to get to this building. So that driveway, we need a driveway, we're not asking for much here. But this area can easily be restored with vegetation. And the inside of this, depending on what we find with the septic system, maybe it's there, maybe it's way over here, I don't know until we get to that point. But we'll make sure that this is not as yellow as you see it now, because we're gonna add vegetation and restoration. It's all upland, so there's no wetlands that were destroyed, it's buffer zone. So it's very easy to plant shrubs and bushes and trees and narrow it down to, I mean, we can knock this down to 10 foot wide if that helps.
Jesse, may I, Chuck?
Yes, please, yeah, I was gonna ask the commission if they had any
Okay,
comments.
are you
yeah.
saying that needs to be restored prior us to approving a 10-foot wide driveway?
Yes, that's,
Okay.
as I have interpreted the regs in the Wetlands Protection Act, before any future development is to be considered on this site, it needs to be restored to as close as it can get to, pre-illegal alteration conditions.
Can't that be part of
Those are
the
what the regs
orders?
say.
That if we don't restore that
We
first.
we would need to see a
But we would need to
restoration
see the
plan.
restoration plan to
Right,
prove
that's what
that.
I'm saying, I'll give you a restoration plan. That's
So,
all.
but
Yeah.
we would need to see that before we issue an order of condition.
Yes, I agree
Yeah.
with you. I agree with you on that. That's absolutely no question about
And
that.
see it restored. And what's DEP's position on that?
I don't know, I'll have to check with them to see if I don't see why it would be an issue lumping them together. Yeah. At the end of the day, I just mean with the restoration plan and the order of conditions. But
You can
I'm not
even
sure, I
date
would
it,
wanna talk
like,
to them before.
That has to be done before this starts.
Yeah,
That's not an issue.
Yeah.
So if they get this restoration done, it's just mainly landscaping and bringing in
yeah,
plant life,
That-
and then we start that.
Yeah,
Then we go,
That plan is up to you.
Yep,
and to present to us.
absolutely.
yeah.
And as far as the Board of Health stuff, we're dealing, I was away for 2 weeks. That's why I
Yeah,
missed
yeah,
the last
that's
meeting. I
fine,
just
that's
got
fine,
back,
that's
lost my voice.
No worries.
I just heard about this all yesterday.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, okay, so let's come up with a solution, and I think we have a lot of ways to get around, to make you happy.
Yeah.
And meet, not just to make you happy, but to meet the rule.
Yeah, and
That's what it is.
I
It's
felt that
meeting-
the
it's meeting-
sidewalk, I felt went very well, that you saw it. It
No,
wasn't,
I agree. I
it
think-
wasn't like, this picture looks worse than it really was, because all these trees here, they're giant.
Mhm.
You know, and the canopy of the ones that were here, they were pine trees that, actually one of them, you know, says it broke and fell and crushed his truck.
Yeah.
And it actually has paperwork showing that happened.
I-
So,
Just to make sure, I just have one more comment, that I wanna make sure that the rest of the commission has a chance for edits, comments and questions and things. Keep in mind, we are not intentionally trying to block you on this.
no, I'm feeling that.
We're just, and again, except for Jesse, we're all volunteers, we're doing the best we can with the Wetlands Protection Act and the River Protection Act. So we're trying to make sure that we and this project follow the letter of the law. That's all we're trying to do. We're not intentionally getting in your way.
No, and I
We
understand.
want these
what-
folks to get with what they need, but we need to make sure we're doing it right. That said, any comments, questions, concerns from the commission?
How far is the septic?
I'm sorry?
No, I just think aloud, sorry.
Thank you.
How far is the septic and the septic drainage system from the river or any marked wetland?
So according to what we're assuming, but we gotta find it detailed for the Board of Health. The one for the house is well outside the 100-foot buffer. That's the existing septic.
Mhm.
The proposed is 200 feet away from the river. It's completely out of the river zone.
Okay.
That's
Well,
why I
the
put
river
it.
zone is 200 feet, sir.
Right, we're outside of it.
You said it was 200 feet. So that
It's-
sounds like something we
No,
don't want to
here we
do,
go.
check the measurements.
That's the 200-foot line in the septic side of it.
Yeah.
Here's the 200-foot line and the septic is out of it. I kept it out.
Little bit of it's within it. It's just a little
That's
bit,
the,
that little
the
bit.
thickness, no, that's the overdig. The actual leach field is, I made sure that the leach field itself is outside the 200.
Okay.
And then, so that's what we got. So the new proposed leach field is 200 feet away. And the house is 100 and, well, that's 100, that's 200, the house is about 30. It's 170 feet away.
And how about the existing septic?
The existing for the accessory building is just over 50, but but depending on,
Okay, so that
So that's
septic
within.
is, that is within our jurisdiction, not
That
as
is.
Board of Health. And so that needs to be resolved before we move forward.
that's what we said, we're going to do that. We're gonna do restoration and resolve the sewage issue.
You all set?
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else? Nick, please.
Mr. Vitruva, can you trace the 200-foot riverfront buffer on that satellite image?
On this,
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
plan, that's
Well,
what
again,
planning
Wow.
is.
actually, John, why don't you show them the plan, you can probably,
yeah, that's what we got.
Well, I just wanna see
How you can see,
how it lines up.
oopsie.
let me put that one back up.
I'd like to.
You wanna see it over there?
Yeah, I wanna see,
Yeah.
I wanna see,
Okay,
or maybe, I don't know, Jesse,
So-
maybe you got a ruling on that.
so right here, this little square here,
Down on here.
See the
down
little-
here.
that's this thing.
The blue line, yeah.
I can go here.
No, not the blue line, this,
No? Okay.
this-
So where's the 200
I can show you the existing.
Julian, you have a pen?
This square on this drawing is that aluminum effing right there,
Okay,
is right here. The 200-foot line goes through it.
okay, so the
Okay.
Quonset hut in.
And the Quonset hut, and the septic is up in here. This is where we put the septic system. So we
Proposed
stayed
or the
outside.
current one?
Propose.
The proposed,
Yeah.
So that clear.
the current one for the house
Where's the 200?
is 200 is the dark blue.
That's the blue.
The current one for this existing house is right here, right in here, which isn't a 200-foot, but that was from when this house was built. And there's a plan on file that was approved by the town, but that was in the 90s, I believe, early 90s, maybe even 80s.
So what about that,
That's for this one, for this house, this existing first house. So then, the only one that's in question is whatever's serving for sewage to this
Right.
accessory building. it can't be in that area, we gotta figure out Title V. how to
So-
get it out of there.
My point was that the Quonset hut and the cleared area surrounding it.
Yeah.
Is half of that's in the riverfront area.
Correct.
So in order to qualify for redevelopment, it needs to be previously degraded prior to 1994.
All this is in the
Six.
200 foot,
What's that?
96.
96.
96.
So we have a photo from,
Well, yeah, well, they're gonna come to us with a restoration plan, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna restore this, this is your
Yeah.
main,
right, there's that, but
Yeah.
there's also that area to the north too.
well, that whole area up in the north, you saw at that sidewalk, that it's been all, to get into this garage, into this Quonset hut, go to that other one. That Quonset hut's in these trees here.
Yeah.
So this is actually, a picture doesn't show, but you can drive a vehicle all the way around this thing. 20 different ways. What was the date of this picture?
That was 2014.
This
Well,
is
what
just
date?
2014.
That's-
I don't know, like, I'm sure I could find out.
Alright, so we got
It's
trees there in 2014.
2014, the newest one.
And after that, the trees are gone and the Quonset hut appears.
Yeah,
So my point is, there's a second area that's been cleared.
I think that I think the best thing that you could do is look at these aerials, talk with the homeowners, like we've asked for, prepare a narrative of the site and how all this came to be degraded. Because if that's the argument, is that it's redevelopment and it's an improvement of degraded area, then we need to be able to certify that it was legally degraded. And that's what we're
And
getting.
what is the other option if we're in, I've met, if we don't go to the degraded area, this whole chart, all these calculations, I am less than 10% of the area we're proposing in the riverfront area, which I'm allowed to.
Is that based off of just this parcel or the entire
The entire,
property?
this parcel here, the parcel that we created, a riverfront.
Well, then you can go that route and, like I
So,
said, right up
It's
the
gonna get us to
narrative.
the same point, so,
Then you can go that way, write up the narrative and explain how it's meeting the performance standards and the regs that we're uncertain of. That's what
I thought we were just at a point that we're gonna show a restoration of this area. 'cause
Well,
that was
it sounds like we're kind of disagreeing about what counts as the illegally developed area and what needs to be.
So what do you, let's bring the other picture up, and you tell me what you wanna see restored, and we'll restore it all, 'cause all
I think
wanna do is build a house.
What I want and what I've been asking for since the very first hearing that we had is for you to address the DEP comment about how this site became degraded.
Okay,
Is the
or,
applicant, or you can go the other way and you can
and say we're.
you can demonstrate that we don't need to meet these regulations, here's why, here's what we're doing.
All right,
But
but
the
that may be an answer there, 'cause I'm.
Yeah, that's, like Chuck said, all that we're trying to do is make sure that you're following the laws that the state has. So I just need to see it clearly laid out, here's how I'm following them.
Jesse, I'd also like to see a.
Total riverfront area on the site is 150,000 square feet. And I'm proposing to alter 15,000. So that's well under the 10%.
I believe more than that has already been altered. That's part of the issue. I would like to see the existing septic system. I would like to see confirmation of exactly when that was put in. I'd
This
like
one
to
for the
know-
main house?
Yeah, the one that's within the 200 foot,
Oh, okay, that's the one we're talking
Yeah,
about.
again, same one I was talking about before.
because you were
Okay.
giving a couple different dates, and I'd like to see the paperwork that verifies what those dates were. Does it fall under the Wetlands Protection Act or not?
Okay, so
You still need that pen?
I've had many times doing this, the years I've been doing it, that I've come up to a piece of property that has a house and a barn that were built in the 40s and 50s, and there's a separate septic that no one knows about behind the barn, that, what do you do now? I mean, the person who owns it can't be penalized for something like that.
You'll let us know when this was put in.
How am I supposed to know who, the people who did this are dead? How are we gonna get that? I'm just telling you, that's not a realistic question. The question is, how do we get this surface to your liking?
The burden of proof falls on the applicant.
Not on every project you please, but I don't wanna get into an argument.
I don't have the voice to argue with you right now, thank you. I would assume it falls under the Wetland Protection Act unless you prove otherwise.
And
We're agreeing, we're in your zone, and we're
Okay.
gonna bring it up.
again, the issue is that septic tank, that, according to Jesse, there's no record of that septic system being put in or removed,
Right.
so.
Right, but I'm not saying,
Who did it and when, and was it, did it meet Title V?
well, we'll look and see if we can find a date of that building being on the property, and whoever owned it then, we can assume it was them, but that's, we'll work on it. That's the Board of Health.
Correct.
And if it proves out that we can't prove it, and we get it out of there, then it's a moot point also. So,
Yes.
I got some ideas on how we're gonna
Sure.
address this to your liking. Restore, I just wanted to go back to the other drawing. the
Yeah.
other-
The most modern one?
Yeah,
While we're doing that, everybody else in the commission all set?
Well, when does the accessory dwelling unit appear?
that's well before they bought it in 2016, it was there when they bought it. That I know of,
There's two.
because it was a trolley house or something, I don't know the history.
You can see it there in you can see it there in the 2014.
The southern,
Go way back, then 14, go like in the early 90s.
Like,
to see.
this is all that I have is 2014.
All
It's the
right, that was
latest
when you
one.
go to the Historic Society and get it like in the early 90s.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
helpful. That's the.
I got one
Yes, that's
question, going back to that.
the,
80s,
Yeah.
whatever.
the small accessory dwelling unit is
Yeah,
is an
next
old
door.
building?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can go
yes.
next door and
Okay,
figure out.
That,
What I'm
that
hearing
little one there.
is this area, we gotta
It's got a
come
brick
with a
foundation,
restoration
you can
plan.
clearly see
Mhm.
that
It
they're
suits this building.
probably 80 to 100 years old.
Up in this, can you slide this down? Because what I'm proposing, the limit of work, we're only going around this house by about 15 feet around the proposed house, which is up in here. So anything outside the limit of work on this plan, I will propose a restoration. So if you look at this, this dark black line is the limit of work, just for
Yep.
grading.
Yep.
Anything that's degraded now that you're not happy with outside of that will be brought back to
Bring it
a
up.
natural state.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of area, all this orange line, that shows what's been, trees have been cut and whatever. So all that area and in here will show that we're restoring.
Okay.
And I guess that's the first step,
Yeah.
because we'll get us all on the same page.
Look forward to seeing you come back.
All right, we'll ask for a continuance to the next meeting, and
Alright.
we'll go for that.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll, hopefully we have some answers from the Board of Health,
Sure.
which, on the end of going to the Board of Health, they have a lot of days that they can use to review things. So I can't guarantee I'll have that for the next meeting, but I
Sure.
can guarantee you, I'll have the restoration of the surface.
Okay.
And we'll deal with the Board of Health part.
All sounds good.
All right, well, thank you.
Alright, thank you.
So, assuming everybody in the commission is all set, any comments, questions, concerns from anybody in the audience? If so, please state your name and address. No, Here, something else, okay. All right, with that then, I'll call you Jesse, you're Jesse, Julian.
Yes,
Our next hearing is on September 9th, but that's also the date of the continuance of that big project at Orchard Hill up behind Target.
Hmm.
Do you want to be involved in that morass, or would you want to go for the meeting after that?
Can we get in before it?
We can have you before, yeah.
Okay?
I was planning on saving that Orchard Hill for last.
I'm hoping you see this plan, you're so happy with it that,
Oh, so
Would
have
that
them come
be
before
the
then?
one- Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
Earlier
Okay,
in the
all right,
meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so will September 9th be okay? Whether
September
you have
9th.
time?
6 o'clock.
Okay, all right, then.
Thank
I'll-
you.
And well, we need a motion first.
Right.
I'll entertain a motion then to continue this hearing, for 1018 Lancaster Street until September 9th.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Nick, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Stephanie. Kevin?
Oh, on that vote, how do you vote, Steph?
Aye.
Jordan? Rich? Mike?
Aye.
Nick? And Chuck?
Aye.
That was quick.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Okay.
thanks,
Thank
folks.
you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. moving on to new hearings. Keep in mind that these next three proposed projects, they're all gonna be continued, because we have no DEP file number. We can open them up in a whole bit, but we're not gonna be just making any decisions tonight, so just let you know.
Partly because we're waiting for DEP comments along with
And,
that.
DEP comments along with the DEP number, yes. So let's wait till the agent gets back, hold on. Should've brought a bottle of water, thirsty.
I was already late and I couldn't find a water bottle. So-
Yeah, oh, well. All right. Did you hear, I just told everybody that these, they're gonna be continued, all the necessary. Anyway, so read the first into the record. No, a notice of intent filed by Richard Holman for the proposed relocation of a stone wall and associated improvements at 19 Lisa Drive. So anybody here to, oh, you said nobody's gonna be here on that, right?
No, so that's Chris, who
Was
I
that you folks?
assume is married to Rachel. I can go through this with you guys a little
Okay.
bit. Like we said, we can't vote on anything,
Right.
but I can at least show you the projects. So basically, all that Chris is looking to do is remove an existing stone wall, try to cut back some invasive growth there, and then put in a little bit of crushed stone and then a new block wall. So you can see here, there's a drainage channel that's coming down this way, and then actually a pretty high functioning bordering vegetated wetland behind it. Those are just like the locations, and then here, so you can see the stone wall going down that way. Kind of more of the same here. But I think basically what he's proposing is pick up that stone wall, go in with a little mini backhoe, and kind of scrub the top to try and remove the vegetation. Not bringing in any new fill, not excavating any that's actually there, just running that along the ground, trying to get rid of, there's a ton of poison ivy over there. He's basically gonna do that from around, not this birdhouse, but this white post right here that you can see, pretty much in this area here. And yeah, that's really about it. I don't have any major concerns with this project. I think it's pretty.
And just, I'm sorry, describe to me again so he wants to dig out the wall, dig down a little bit, and what else?
I don't even think he's really digging out. I think he's just. He's
Yeah,
just planning on.
Just gonna rub it out.
I'm sorry, just introduce yourself.
Chris Holman.
Okay, oh, you're the
Yeah.
homeowner, okay, so
Yeah.
just make it clear in my head, but I'm still not,
I'm just gonna clean it up, get rid of the invasives and the poison ivy and,
okay,
it's a bark mulch bed and I'm just losing control of it.
okay.
It's-
And
Yeah.
so you're gonna take out the stone wall and basically just get rid of the vegetation and just restore that area?
Yeah.
You're not gonna put another stone wall in?
I'm gonna just put a block wall, it's the same.
Oh, block wall, you said that, right, okay.
It's just gonna be, 18 inches high.
Okay,
What are you gonna do with the current rocks, Chris?
I got a construction yard, I can dispose of them.
Okay. I
Right.
was there today, there's a lot of poison ivy on that
Yeah.
wall, I wanna clean it up too.
any comments, questions from the commission? No? Oh.
I think mowing might be an option here, is that not available for them?
No.
Yeah, it'll come right back.
I think they already tried
Yes.
cutting it back, and it just that flies everywhere. It
Yeah.
comes back twice as tall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this-
They
Yeah.
didn't, from what I heard today, they didn't wanna try to spray it with herbicide because of the various animals that are there.
Sure. Yeah,
It's like
makes
feeding
sense.
rabbits and so,
Makes
they're
sense.
gonna try to do it manually.
Yeah, all right. Any comments, questions, anybody else in the commission? Okay. Anybody in the audience have any comments, questions, concerns? Okay. All right, so with that then, obviously waiting for the DEP number and any unlikely comments from the DEP. I'll then entertain a motion to continue the hearing until, I guess, September 9th.
Yes.
Okay.
Assuming we hear from DEP,
Correct, assuming we hear from the DEP.
in this case.
Yeah, so, okay, I'll entertain that motion.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Rich. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Oh, thank you, Jordan. I
All right.
wasn't sure which one of you it was from. Thank you, Jordan.
And on that vote, how do you vote, Nick?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Steph?
Aye.
Jordan?
Aye.
Chuck?
Aye.
And Rich.
Aye.
All right. Blazing through it now.
All right, see you September 9th,
All right.
hopefully.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
for showing up.
appreciate you coming in. All right.
I think air and water works. I think air and water. Right.
And it'll come right back.
Yeah.
You're not killing the roots, it'll come right back. Thank you, though. Anyway, moving on. Notice of intent filed by Sean Collette, represented by Brian Marchetti. Is that, okay. For the construction of a single-family home with associated site improvements at 0 Bascom Street. Again, no DEP number, so any comments? Is there anybody here to represent the project? No, okay, all right.
Concerns about it.
I'm sorry?
We have concerns.
Okay,
about
all right, just wanna make sure that we, okay.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard me earlier, so the applicant, because there is no DEP number for this project, they just asked for a continuance to the next meeting. We can still hear concerns that you guys have, just know that the applicant is not here to address them tonight.
Yeah, so there would be no decisions made tonight.
Okay, so
Yeah.
better, when's the next meeting?
That'll be September 9th.
I'd love to hear what you have to say tonight since you made the effort to come here.
You don't have to if you'd like,
Yeah.
Yes,
it's up to you.
or come back.
Okay, my name is Bob Lakis. I live at 19 Hannah Street, Leominster, Mass. It's a beautiful place down there.
Are you in the butter?
I am in a butter,
Okay.
yes. 75 years in a butter. And, well, we got deer and wildlife and a no-name river right there, and they want to put a house right there.
Okay.
With all the sewer lines and everything else coming down. I have concerns about that, and it's a wetland. I believe it's a wetland.
Okay.
It's been designated a wetland for a long time. So it's something to look into.
Okay, well, keep in mind, and I haven't seen the plan, so I'm not speaking of any knowledge here, I'm just about the Wetlands Protection Act. Our jurisdiction, starts at 100 feet from a mapped wetland. It's called the bordering vegetative wetlands. It's a 100-foot buffer from any wetland. That's our jurisdiction, that 100 feet. It doesn't mean they can't build in that 100 feet. It just means because it's in that 100 feet, we can put conditions on it. So just because it's in that, and again, I haven't seen the plan, but chances are it's not gonna be in the wetland. That is, they can't build in the wetland, but they can build in the buffer. And that's our job, to condition projects in the buffer to protect the functionality of that wetland.
Excuse me, but they can build in the wetland if they replicate and we approve it.
Correct, yes.
What's that plant, hardwood?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Plant hardwood trees? No, it's not a wetland?
No, that's not what he said. I don't know where you got that.
Well, I've seen this happen, so. I
Well,
just
that's,
wondered.
we can't comment because we haven't seen anything.
Okay.
So I'm telling you what our jurisdiction, what
People
we
out
can do.
today walking around.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that was me and Rich were over there earlier today.
Okay.
Because we
So,
take our work seriously and we like to go look, so.
yeah.
One thing I will mention, if I may, is I'm quoting from the NOI, the Notice of Intent, and the delineation for the wetland was done February 2024.
Oh, is that the one? Okay,
It's one of two
okay.
that are, the
Oh, all
other
right.
is a winter one. And it mentions there's no bordering vegetated wetland present along the stream channel. So the 100-foot buffer zone is measured from the top of the well-defined bank. Well, if that's a stream, it's a 200-foot buffer, and I don't want 100-foot.
There it is.
Well,
So
if it's, I
there's
believe,
one thing I already spotted that
Didn't
I
it-
don't see is,
well, we should even, didn't it say that it's an intermittent stream though? Didn't she go back and look at the USGS and?
he flagged it in the event it was perennial.
Yeah, if I may, I think.
I think we should just wait.
Without the reps here, we're getting too far into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna make sure that you're feel free to come back September 9th, assuming
I'll
we.
be here.
I'm sorry?
I'll be here.
Good,
Very
good,
nice.
but I don't wanna get too far
Hopefully
into
by
this.
then I'll have another tooth.
Maybe.
You lose a baby tooth?
Did they grow that fast?
Anyway,
All right, anyway, so that's that, so, anything else while you're here?
No?
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna come about.
With that, then, I'll entertain a motion to continue this hearing until September 9th, I assume.
I'll make that motion.
He's a butter too.
Okay, did you have anything you wanted to?
No, I just, my name's Chris Tooley, I'm in 29 Hannah, I'm the butter on the south side.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit concerned that this has been an underserved lot for so long, and as, it looks like they're trying to put the entire project in the 100-foot buffer zone. That intermittent stream that's very intermittent,
Mhm.
when it's heavy flow, it's very, very close to that bank. It looks like they're trying to displace a lot of soil to put a very, very large structure within about 30 feet of that banking at the end of it all, by my calculations.
When you say it looks like they're trying to do that, do you mean based on the plans or based on anything that's happened?
I'm sorry, based on the plans.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw one plate of the plans,
Okay.
and then I've got some, obviously, photos over the years of where the water's been going.
Yeah, okay.
So, that's my primary concern, is just the flow of that stream and then disrupting things downstream from it, which I believe there are some wetlands downstream which could be impacted by this.
Okay. All right, well, thank you, folks, appreciate it. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come back September 9th. So, anyway, moving forward, I'll entertain a motion to continue this hearing until September 9th.
I'll make that.
Thank you, Nick. Is there a second? Thank you, Steph.
Just made, like pressure. Do it.
Are we?
How do you vote
Quick
on
question
that,
first.
Mike?
Oh,
Oh,
cheers, hold on.
Sorry, are we continuing it dependent on hearing from DEP?
Yeah, I think we
Or
can
regardless.
continue it to September 9th, dependent on the issuance of the file number.
And
And comments from
DEP?
DEP, right, yeah.
Otherwise, we have to do it again.
Without a DP number, we can't
Yeah.
vote or close on anything.
That was what that applicant had requested. And if you guys are curious, so 48 hours before any meeting, I usually do it that Thursday or Friday before a meeting. I post the agenda on our webpage, so you can always go look at that and see if this hearing is on it or
Right.
not.
Or call
Yeah, or you can call.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
them. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Alright, so Nick and Steph made a motion to continue that to September 9th.
Right.
How do you vote on that, Mike?
Aye.
Nick?
Aye.
Jordan?
Aye.
Steph?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And Chuck?
Aye.
Alright.
All right, thanks, folks. Appreciate you coming down.
Alright.
All right, let's give it a second. Will you folks vacate?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, people with that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna make sure they keep moving. I don't want the person at the door yapping. Just sounds what they. Nick, can you see if they're moving along? If not, can you kind of nudge them, please?
Not too hard.
Yeah, not too hard. Don't want to push you down the stairs. All right. Thanks, Nick. All right, moving on. The final new hearing. Notice of intent filed by Peter Bovenzi, represented by William Hannigan, for the construction of a single-family dwelling at Lot 12A Roach Ave. Again, this is another one. Oh, this is our presenter. Introduce yourself and carry on.
So I'm Dominic Elaine with Hannigan Engineering.
Dominic, okay, good. Welcome, Dominic.
Hello. So I believe we sent you guys some plans.
Yeah, I do. I can pull up that email. And I did, yeah, I let Chuck know what we'll be going over, but.
So Dominic Elaine with Hannigan Engineering, representing Pierce Pond Realty Trust for the construction of a single-family home on proposed lot 12B of a previously approved Pierce Pond subdivision. This is located on Roach Avenue, north of Pierce Ponds, off of Merriam Avenue. The originally approved NOI was from 2016. This was for 12 lots in the roadway. This has expired, so that's why we're here to renew the NOI, but it's exclusively for this lot 12, 12B. So construction has begun on the subdivision. The road and utilities are almost completed. It has stopped. And the original approval was a floodplain project because when it was originally approved, it was located in the floodplain. And there's another plan actually that shows compensation areas that were
Yeah,
provided.
goes this one.
Probably.
Let's do.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that shows a little bit of the cut and fill compensation areas. All the math was done based on the previous approval of the old floodplain, which was at elevation 475. If you go back to the plan you were just looking at, that would be the blue line. which was the old floodplain elevation. The new floodplains that were released this year showed a 1.7 foot reduction in the floodplain elevation, and that's represented by the green line, which is the current floodplain.
And those are FEMA flood?
FEMA floodplain. So this project now is a buffer zone only project. And it will be utilizing the same limit of clearing. All the proposed house will be within the 100-foot buffer and partially the 50-foot. And grading will be within the 50-foot buffer. The same limit of clearing. The erosion control has already been established. It will be reestablished. And so, yeah, there's obviously no DEP number, so we're just looking for comments at this time. But in terms of this project, it'll just be for this specific lots.
Septic and sewer, I assume? Sewer and city water?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's this one right here, right?
It's the bolded one, yes.
So are you guys eventually gonna be,
There are
how
more,
many of these are in, not that, I mean, I guess I don't even need to know now, but just out of curiosity, like how many other filings do you think are gonna be coming in at some point?
there will be, so the road is partially completed, there will be another filing that will be the remainder of the roadway. And then there will be another one for each of the lots, which is now less than 12, I believe
Oh,
it's
okay.
10.
Sure.
But those are for the future. Right now, main focus is this lot 12.
They'll all be in one NOI?
So the
The other
roadway
12?
will be one NOI and each lot, I'm not entirely sure, but presumably it'll be individual NOIs.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I would think usually they do come in as individual ones where it's something like this, like a subdivision. At least from what I've
The
seen.
original, was the original approved the whole development, or each one at
It
a
was
time?
multiple file numbers, and the original approved was for each lot, and then the roadway was its own.
Okay.
So I just pulled up the area, so it looks like there were 2 or 3 houses there at the beginning of the road and everything else is.
Yeah, none of the houses,
Okay.
the roads, again, partially, I think it's binder, up to the binder code.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, okay.
But because it was expired, that's why we're back here.
If I recall from the 16 Wildflower case that's coming up later,
Mm-hmm.
there was a difference in the stormwater regs as to whether or not there were 5 houses or 4 or less.
Right.
Yeah,
So how does
Yeah,
that
that's
apply
right.
with this? If they apply one at a time, it's still 12 houses.
yeah,
going
that's a good
into one
question, that's a good thing to look into.
Yeah.
The stormwater bylaw says that they cannot be,
I'll be happy to,
they cannot be divided into smaller.
yeah, you can't just like chunk it to get around
The
it.
stormwater bylaw says explicitly that they need to be.
Yeah, I would
considered
assume
the same.
stormwater management,
Yeah,
requirements would be a part
Yeah,
of this.
The previous filing did have the full stormwater compliance.
Okay, so you want to address that at the next meeting?
Yes.
Thank you.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Go ahead, Nick.
When was that, you included a photo for this site? Were there some photos included from the winter, I think?
Oh, are you talking about the delineation
I didn't
photos?
understand them.
Oh,
Yeah, somewhere in here.
so this is one of the ones that had.
Yeah, okay.
delineation
Yeah, at the bottom of
in
this.
the winter, all right.
Okay, yeah, there's
Yeah, we
some,
need to figure out.
there's some like photo of a wetland in winter.
Looks like this is Karen's part.
It looked like a lot of open space. I was curious what we were looking at. in the
Yeah.
photo. I couldn't quite, yeah.
Yeah, this is,
All right, yeah, so,
Yeah.
what is one of our policies, how would we refer
That
to it?
one there, what are we looking at
Okay.
there?
What, here on the?
So,
it's unpublished. I like Commissioner Seekey's comment.
Yeah.
That
Well-
we didn't publish it, how is it?
Yeah.
what we're getting at is we have a possibly unpublished policy, and we're looking into it more to make sure that you are even aware of it. If not, then we'll
Yeah, we have to continue this either way, so let's continue this and I'll do some homework
You
on
wanna,
that.
should I leave that alone then?
I think we can.
I'd like to discuss it later.
I think we can discuss it
understand.
tonight, but as far as like, we don't have to, you know.
Discuss,
Is that
discuss it
regarding the
later.
wetland delineation?
Discuss it
Yeah,
later.
there's
General policy.
Okay.
a
okay.
policy
Alright, well,
that we are unsure of the status of that has to do with accepting delineations done, from December through March?
Yes,
A winter wetland delineation
they're not
policy.
acceptable.
But I need to, I should have that answer for you tonight, I don't. I'll figure that out and I'll let you guys know what's going on with that.
What are we looking at here in the photo on the left?
I can answer that.
Oh, thanks.
Peter Revenzi, I'm the applicant. I'm also, live at 19 Roach Ave, just next door to this site.
Okay.
So what you're looking at in the left photo is an area that was flooded by a redirection of the water by beavers. And
Okay.
a lot of those trees are actually dead. We did a little bit of work to, reroute, get rid of the dam and reroute the water. So what you're looking, why it looks so open is that it did have some water in it. And it is sort of close to our, wetlands reparation area.
Can you point it out on the plan?
Yeah. That's,
I can pull.
yeah, so it's on the north side of this plan. It's actually not viewable on that piece of it.
Okay, that's what I didn't understand.
Oh,
Okay,
but it's
so
on the other
it
side,
would be,
up
Yeah, it's almost directly north of the top of that.
oh, so it's not really associated with this individual property then?
It's all one big, it's gonna end up being one big thing. A lot of the reparation that happens for the whole site is in that north area.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a,
a replication? Are you proposing
yeah, so the
wetland
replication is, a lot of it's proposed up in that northern area. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
like up in
block,
this-
that kind of diamond shaped block.
Yeah.
The very top left corner is sort of where you're
Yeah.
looking in that
Oh.
picture.
All right,
And
so we're looking at.
yeah,
that's
okay.
also the area of, the floodplain restoration area that was done over there to
Oh,
remove,
yeah.
to take out some, material there.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I was confused by.
I would love to set up a sidewalk for you guys to go.
Yeah, that would be
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So the road's been built, it looks like, and there's.
Yeah.
A house.
Were there 2 or 3 houses built so far?
Two.
No houses involved with this subdivision are built yet.
Okay, but you do have a neighbor to the east.
Yeah, I mean, there are some
Yeah,
houses,
there's-
that's
there
what,
are
that's
some-
what I meant.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's, 3 houses on the street that are built.
Okay,
Thanks for clarifying that.
all right.
Peter.
Any other questions, comments?
I would say I'm a little bit confused with like with this originally being submitted as a large like piecemeal thing and then just having this one bit come in here for a renewal. Like it's, if something has already been approved and it's coming in for renewal, like how much
It
evaluation?
is just a new application.
Okay, so
Just
if
because
it's a
legally,
new application.
if you don't get your, you can get your order of conditions expired if you haven't done the work yet, but if it lapses, then you just have to refile and you have to get a new notice of that.
Okay.
Not technically original.
So,
Right. Okay, then, yeah, maybe I just need to go in and look at the package, if there's more information,
yeah.
available for this,
Okay.
Yep.
No, sir.
yeah, I
Alright.
guess, I know where I'm going.
It's okay.
It's
Join
nice.
us.
Sometimes that happens out there.
However, this site, 12A, is being assigned its own application, correct? It's,
Yes, we're gonna do one for every lot, we're just kind of, this is the one we're starting with, to introduce you guys, reintroduce,
Mhm.
I guess, to the project because it is so old. And this is kind of the lot that is attempted to be built, the first one to be built.
Why is Hannigan Engineering do them one at a time instead of as a group? What is the advantage? Because it takes more time, it takes more money.
I don't have an answer to that.
I can answer that. It's a little bit faster for me. So I wanna get started on, a portion of this development. And in order to sort of get a head start on that, I wanna start with one. And then, expand out to the rest of them.
And I'd wanna see the stormwater plans for all of it too.
Yeah, and it'll all be calculated for the entire, subdivision.
As part of this one, Peter.
That I'm not sure on, I'd have to
So
get
you,
back to
so
them.
you look for, you want the stormwater on everything to be done before this.
As
Wow.
part of this one, otherwise I wouldn't wanna consider it separate.
Yeah, okay, if you think about it, it kinda makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, you know, there was so much not gonna stop the property line.
Is there still a valid, site plan approval from planning for this? Or is that something else that just?
That I'm not sure.
Yeah.
At the
I mean, it
time-
doesn't matter from our case, I'm thinking I'm gonna go I'll talk to Liz about this and get her 2 cents on it.
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
She's always good with the stormwater
Was
stuff.
Liz planning?
Yeah, she's the city planner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, anybody else?
Yeah.
Comments, questions? Yeah, okay. Alright, with that then, nobody here, nobody in the audience, no more comments? I make it from my, I'll open it up, anybody in the audience? No? Okay.
I just have one thing.
Oh, sure.
Is it possible to set up a sidewalk, or is
Oh,
that
yeah.
something we'll do another?
We can do that
Yeah.
now if that works for you guys. I don't know what,
So, yeah.
yeah. I know that if you're, and don't let me speak for everyone, but for the people that work, we could go on a Thursday. I can stay late.
And,
Because people famously don't work on Thursdays?
No, but I work late on Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could make a different day work too.
it's gonna depend on the
Thank you for
Thursday.
clarifying that, I was wondering about that myself.
Yeah.
I've been missing Thursdays.
What, you guys work on Thursdays?
Sometimes.
How about Thursday the 4th,
That'd be fine by me. Yeah.
6?
What's the,
I can't do the 4th.
Okay,
Doesn't mean you guys can't, you don't have, you have to wait for me, I
do you
can.
wanna do this Thursday?
The fourth, the morning of the fourth works for me, but I'll be gone come the afternoon.
How about this Thursday?
I could do this.
I can, this Thursday,
Can't do this.
no, hold on.
That's the 28th. You can't?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll make any Thursday work.
We could probably do this Thursday.
I can-
I can change my schedule around that.
We can't always do a date that works for what, like, I can bring.
Yeah, we can do multiple.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not like we,
I
we don't
was gonna say,
I need to
actually,
make you-
Wednesdays would work.
pick a day for every,
For me, I'm not messing with you.
Yeah, I will,
I can miss it.
yeah, I'm notoriously unavailable during the week. Schedule meeting, if I can make it, I will. Put
Yeah.
it that way, I don't want you to hold.
Yeah.
Again, I can look at the plans, I can always go out there on my own.
If you wanna
And-
shoot me an email, we can,
Yeah.
Send out,
Yeah,
like,
you can
hey,
do
this time or this time, which one works for you guys, see who we can get out there and go from there.
Mr. Benzi, is it okay if I go by myself if I have to, just to kind of?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a fence up, that blocks off the end of the cul-de-sac, but it's not locked or anything, so just lift it out of the way and you'll be.
Oh,
fine.
okay. Okay,
There's septic and water is stubbed out at each one of the,
Sewer and water, yes.
Sewer
Yeah,
and water.
each one is stubbed out already. That was done as a part of the work on the road.
okay. Yeah, schedule a meeting as best you can, or two, and I'll, again, make it.
Like, let us know.
Yeah,
I'll shoot an email tomorrow.
thank you. All right, with that then, I'll entertain a motion to, continue the hearing till September 9th.
Yep.
That work for you folks?
Mhm.
Assuming we have a DEP number and comments.
Yes.
And we have our site visit before that.
Correct, right,
Can make that happen.
exactly.
Alright, how do we
Motion?
vote on that? Oh, there's no motion.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Nick, is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Jordan.
Alright, how do you vote on that, Mike?
Aye.
Nick? Aye. Jordan?
Hi.
Steph?
Hi.
Rich?
Hi.
And Chuck?
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate your time, thanks for coming in. All right, moving on. All right, nothing under enforcement. Meeting minutes, July 22nd and August 12th, 2025. I went in, I made a few comments.
I haven't had a chance to look at the comments, everyone had.
Okay.
Open them up. but-
Can you pull them up?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, well, July 22nd.
I looked at both, made only one minor change on the time that we ended the meeting for the 22nd. August 12th, I had some comments.
Yeah.
I think, I'm glad that you guys do for that one, I'm sure there was.
Yeah, I'm all set for the one on the 22nd.
Yeah, I made a number of comments, I'm afraid.
That's fine. That's welcome.
That's the 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, this is, this is the 22nd.
It's a
Yeah,
meeting with
sorry.
7 people, and
I'm
you got
frazzled.
votes with 5-0.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, I missed
Yes.
Good catch.
Well, I sucked. That was a good catch. Yeah, I'll update that.
I
So
missed
that's
that.
the
I
big
was
thing.
checking.
5-0.
No, they all blend together at a certain point.
Who adjusted that was you?
Yeah, I just said so.
The time.
I write them down.
Okay.
It's fine by me.
Oh, I get my.
So, unless anybody else has any additional comments or edits,
Can you slide up so I can
This-
see
I
what?
think I think I had another couple.
You can look at, so these are,
The butter, yeah, I got the butter.
Old
Just
Millbrook,
true.
Toad Millbrook.
Yeah, I don't
I think that
know,
was
if you wanna add those
basically-
details. feel
I think,
free.
I think that's
If you
fine.
wanna omit them, I mean,
I have no, I'm
Yeah.
happy to keep that in there. I think having the DEP file number is good. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we're
I think
only-
the more detailed, the better. I just try to kind of rattle them out. To be
Yeah,
honest, you
yeah.
know?
No, I had-
Try
I
to get
just-
as much detail as I need.
I
But
had them in my notes, I thought,
yeah.
if you wanna omit them.
Well, as of now, we'd be approving what you put in track changes,
Right.
not the
correct.
comments.
Correct.
Comments would just get deleted. Unless
Okay.
there's comments you need put in, then that's a different question.
There was a comment on there, if you wanna put that in there, as another point.
Uh,
Mobilize ground.
I can.
Yeah.
Rich, would you prefer if Jesse
Yeah, really,
incorporated
it's
these comments
up
and
to
then
you guys.
came back next time?
You're the ones voting. They're your minutes. So really, it's up to you.
Well, we don't need the Bill Brady part. I mean, if
Okay.
there's, the next, when you got the file number, that's no problem adding. The next one is, do we need to add that contempt?
It would be a 4th bullet point on the discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I was talking
I
about
remember you guys
soil
talking
contamination,
I
yeah.
remember that, so.
I don't know, if you feel it was important, you can include it.
Well, I'd wanna know what he's putting in.
Okay,
That I would say.
okay.
Which of the counts, so it's best to put them all in there, I guess.
Yes.
What
We
you
don't
want
have
to
to
change.
vote on these tonight. Like we're still within the window of. Like I can go through these, add these comments, and we can look at.
Yeah,
them.
well, let's do that.
Let's look at that one again.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, just incorporate those comments and come back with a
That's fine.
revised.
Let me open up. Yeah, I'll throw those in. We can look at these ones too.
Okay, that was continued.
Watch.
Pump stations, yeah.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Should be 6 now.
Your copy and
Next
paste,
catch
your copy
it.
and
So,
paste.
I'm getting put on
My
blast.
comment here, so, Rich, you changed it, if an order were to be issued, the commission's role
Is to condition it in a
No.
manner
in,
that
to,
protects.
to go along with the tenets of this would be is correct,
In
in my
order
opinion.
were to be issued, the commission's role would be.
If it were to be, then it would be.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's
I agree
fine.
with you.
Yeah, that's why I.
It's the strongly as possible that I want to change, so I messed up the
Understood.
grammar.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm-
redact that one.
I'm the grammar
Yeah,
police.
that-
Yeah, so I thought a comment, I prefer it if you say it.
No,
as
that's
would be.
fine, but
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree to as strongly as possible. Are you two ragging me
Yeah,
over here?
no,
Oh, yeah,
we're
and-
making fun of both
And
of
I'm,
you.
and I'm
equally,
I'm
don't
fine with
worry.
that.
Okay,
It's
thanks.
the nitty gritty.
Making fun
You
of
have to
it.
have the emphasis on the right syllable.
We at least have minutes to review, that's not what we always had, so I'm delighted.
Right,
They're lovely.
You should be.
lovely minutes.
And-
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I want to keep it 5-0.
Who didn't vote for it though?
No, everyone definitely
It's gonna-
voted.
It's gonna be.
It's definitely 6-0.
Who was it?
Who was it?
We had 7 that time.
I wanna know who it was.
Oh.
No, this was the last
Something
meeting, so this was 6.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
you
the
did have
6.
6.
Yeah.
There was 7 to.
We did have all 6 though.
By the way, permittable is a word, because I just used it.
Yeah, permittable.
In my statements, I use that word, so it's a word now, so.
Hasn't that been? I've always thought. Oh, is that
The
not a
permit
word?
table.
We permit you to use that word.
Oh, permissible. Well, that's kind of, I don't know.
No, that's a different
thing.
word, that's
Yeah.
a different word.
I would think
Yeah,
permittable.
one is
I-
looking
you
for
can
definitely
permission,
say
the
that
other
all
is
the time.
looking
You
for
can,
a
you can say
permit.
able to be permitted, but fewer
This
words,
is a hair I will
leave it.
split. Valid.
I
Do you
think this
remember
one,
using that word, Chuck?
I'm sorry?
Did you remember using that word down
Permittable?
in Chambers?
I did,
Yes.
it's exactly the word I used, and
That
I was
the
told,
word.
somebody tried to put different words in my mouth, and I said, no, it's not what I said, I said permittable.
Even if it's not.
Rich agrees with me.
I
We
said-
said-
it was, were
Even
the
if
corridors 10 to 15 feet or 15 to 20?
I thought they were 15 to 20.
I don't, I can tell you
I
exactly.
could very well be wrong.
'Cause I thought
I
it
thought
was
it was just 15, so.
Yeah.
10. Can you go back to the tape and check that?
Yeah,
one?
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah, I can just, we don't need to vote on either of these.
I think we should vote on that one so it can be made public
These
before the
these
next
ones?
meeting.
Okay,
Oh, that's a good point.
well then we can say
People are expecting it.
with revisions, including that, I'll fact check the width of that corridor.
Right, and correct it to whatever
Yeah.
whatever was said.
Is
Mhm.
that peer review completed? I thought it was completed.
I think it's been completed, but at that point there was still some back and forth going on.
I added Chuck's name about the brazen comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I actually-
Yeah. Suspended solids versus dissolved.
And I actually put that quote in there, I remember using the word irresponsible as well.
Nice.
I stuck that in. For some reason, it didn't show up as it just showed
I
up as regular
recall
text.
rude, brazen and rude.
I'd use that word too.
I think that's what.
Brazen's a good word.
Definitely.
But that, no, rude would have to do with the project.
Everyone was like,
The whole project was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
Just fair.
Gets
It's,
the people going.
it's certainly an
Yeah.
aggressive plan. I don't
Okay,
disagree.
go ahead. What else there?
It's the one from Nick on the.
Yeah, that's the one I
Go
added.
Yeah.
back up a little bit.
Go back up.
Just the comment from Nick on the right. I don't think you said Steve Slauson.
Is that?
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
public comment. Yeah, there was the guy who came up, he said there's these real steep slopes introduced here because the engineered area goes right up to the wetland, so that interface has to be
I
really
remember that,
steep.
yeah.
I thought it was actually a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And the stormwater review said, actually, now that you have these steep slopes here, it puts constraints on your stormwater management too, so
Yeah.
I think that's actually
Okay.
one of the more valid points,
Okay.
from all the
So
concerns.
add that in, but change bylaw to ordinance. Because we don't have bylaws, we have ordinances.
Correct. Where does it say bylaw? I'm missing that.
It's
Yeah,
in
we're-
the comment.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
sure,
that
sure.
one, yeah, I
Okay.
haven't gotten to that one yet.
Oh, stormwater.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
same
Right,
difference.
right.
Yeah, it's not a bylaw.
And then you guys can read the Matt Morrow comment that I added. 'Cause that was important to somebody.
Yeah,
Oh, that was very important, that was a.
no, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, and somebody, I know at least one person used the word ethics, so,
Mm-hmm.
other matters.
And then I added these two. And then adjournment comes later.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second, come back up just a second. Are you what's this for?
I added the two regarding bullets under other matters.
Oh, oh, I see, I'm with you, okay. Yeah. I'm good. So did, was there discussion, did we want to approve these tonight, or?
Yeah,
I'd like to.
Okay, so,
With the
I think you
changes
can
we
approve them
discussed.
with edits and fact checkings
The
and then.
10 to 15 to 20 feet.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, I think that's fun.
okay, so, are we okay to try to approve this one tonight? Right, okay, then I'll entertain a motion then to approve the meeting minutes for the August 12th, 2025 meeting, as amended and commented on by the commission and as discussed here.
So made.
Thank you, Steph, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Nick.
Okay, on that vote, Mike,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Jordan,
Aye.
Steph,
Aye.
Rich,
Hi.
and Chuck.
Aye.
Okay.
So regarding the July 22nd, where we're gonna,
Come back to it.
we'll come back and we'll do that one next time.
Yeah,
Or
I can, I'll make those edits and then
Yeah,
we'll look at it
okay,
next time.
all right, so we'll continue that one. All right, commissioner comments, anything under 16 Wildflower at this
So,
point?
yeah, I think you guys will remember, so Kim Roth had sent out an email on August 12th that said she was gonna get out to that site sometime in the next 2 weeks, which would be today. I had responded to her, I said, I'll join you out there if you want, and I never heard back, so I'm gonna reach out to her tomorrow. I
Still waiting.
hope that she's been out there, but we'll see, and I'll let you know as soon as I hear back from her.
Please, all right, thank you.
And I'm sure she has been tied up with that, she's always very good, so I'm sure she'll be out there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, so moving on, so we got a day of caring project, I understand it's September 19th, is that the correct date?
That is the correct date, so I can show
United Way, big thing going on.
So we got Trail Stewards Day of Caring Project. and
Yeah,
hotel
I wanna
slash trail
show
work day of
you-
caring project.
Neil's project. It's similar to like that footbridge that they're gonna be
And
putting
which,
in.
which one is this?
So this
The
is,
hotel?
no, isn't this at Prospect?
Number 2 at Prospect Park.
Yeah,
Okay.
so here,
Oh.
below 530, there's a footbridge here. They're gonna be repairing some boards.
Okay.
Nothing,
The
invasive. or
existing, the
anything.
existing structure remains in place, but they're preparing.
So
They're just pulling some old boards off
That
and fixing
happens
them
a
up.
lot, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I just wanted, you know,
And
as long
they
as.
may do some other cutting within 200 feet of the water body, or 100 foot of a wetland.
Okay,
And I've been pushing them for several months to come to us and get a notice of intent. Because when they go out and do things within those boundaries, and I'm with them, it's very uncomfortable. Because I sit here on Tuesday nights and say, you can't do that, and then go and do this stuff. So I'm trying to get them to do it legally.
appreciate
So
that.
I asked for an NOI to come, it did not, but we can approve this just more informally like we did the footbridge at Barrett Park.
Yeah.
And then they're still gonna come forward with an NOI at some point that hopefully we can do generically,
Mhm.
maybe with exceptions, as Nick kind of implied
I'd love to
previously.
see some pictures or something, some sort of,
Well, this
you know,
is,
clear description of the work to be.
this is a
done.
general thing so that they can go out and do stuff
Yeah.
without getting held up by us all the time.
Yeah.
But we might say, when we do get an NOI, well, if you're gonna do something across a real stream, that's,
Right.
you know, then maybe we do wanna see it.
Mhm.
But to say they can't
Yeah.
cut with,
No, yeah.
you know, I don't wanna stop them like that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, and to your suggestion the other time to, you know, where you wanna see a more formal proposal, I'd say anytime there's work in the resource area itself,
Certainly.
maybe we could get, you know,
You can ask for that.
I think that's fair, yeah.
I mean,
We'll
yeah.
we'll get there when, you know, we need them to come in and apply and
Yeah.
figure out the details.
That it actually crosses a stream or
Yeah,
is within
right.
a single.
work in the resource area
Fair
itself.
enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
that's a good line.
So, question, so this Day of Caring Project, are they looking for volunteers, or are they just letting us know they're doing
They
this?
look
Yeah.
on the United Way website for volunteers.
Oh, okay.
They're not looking for us. We have our own projects that day if you
Right.
wanna volunteer.
Okay,
We do.
We do?
Why do
Yeah,
it?
that's
We're
the
getting
next,
to that.
that's
We
the next
mentioned it. We're
thing.
gonna get to it next.
Yeah.
okay.
I
Alright.
think we're good there, right?
All right, so then, that, you said getting to next, tonight?
No, we wanna vote to let them go and do that.
We need a vote.
Yeah, like we
Oh,
did
oh,
for
oh.
Barrett Park.
Oh, okay. So vote for which, for both of these?
No, just the number 2.
Number 2, the trail, okay.
Are you donating a pallet for this one, or?
No, not this
Oh.
time. I don't have any more right here.
Nothing in the
So they can
driveway.
do that footbridge and other work within the, buffer zones,
Yeah.
Buffer zone,
Yeah, that's cool.
okay, all right,
but not within the resource other than that footbridge.
right,
Sure.
right,
That's
okay,
Fair enough.
That's good.
sound good? So, how do we want to word this? Entertain a motion to approve the limited work by the trail stewards at Prospect Park?
Yep,
As,
on that
as,
day,
as described during this meeting?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's fine.
that works.
Okay, I'll entertain that motion.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Nick. Your
I'll
second?
second it.
Thank you, Mike.
And on that vote, how do you vote? Jordan
Aye.
and Steph,
Aye.
Rich,
Aye.
Chuck,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and Nick.
Aye.
Alright.
All right, moving on, under request for certificate of compliance, so lot, 1771
No, no.
Lock Drive, oh,
No, we got the Boutel one to go over, and then I got two to bring
oh, I'm
up.
sorry, I thought we,
No, that's a
I'm
totally separate thing.
I apologize, okay, stepping back. Okay, what's the conversation around the Boutel / trail work Dave Carey project?
Who wants to, you want to introduce it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'll do it with whatever voice I have.
My
So,
brain is.
having inspected trails and so on, I've got a long list of things that I'd like to
You
see
do
get done.
indeed, yeah.
I
I
do,
believe it.
yeah, but you
It's
do.
actually quite impressive.
And, with that in mind, we are responsible for the Boutel area. And I thought we could, instead of when United Way contacted me first, you guys, does the commission want to have a Dave Caring project? I said, no, we'll just join the trail stewards. And then we thought about it and said, why don't we just do our own? We do that litter pickup. Why don't we start doing some of our projects at the trailheads or on some of the trails as we get further deeper into the trails and conservation lands? So one of them at Boutel at the entrance, there are these 3 good-sized mounds of dirt that are really big weed piles. The trail steward's idea was they put a thin layer of mulch on it and call it a day. And I objected at the time, but it became weed piles with a lot of poison ivy. So the solution, having looked at it a few times, Mike has some big equipment, some big small equipment.
Big enough.
Big enough to dig these up and put them in a dump truck and take it and dispose of this poison ivy laden dirt so that we can rake it smooth and plant some grass and make it more maintainable. And then we hope to get one of the other departments to help maintain it. So as part of that, I was there 2 days ago transplanting 2 blueberry bushes that the trails.
Is that all there was?
There were only 2 that they wanted out of one of the mounds and not killed, so that's a nice guy.
Fair
I
enough.
moved them. There's an inscribed stone in one that needs to be moved, and some stones in others that are just covered in weeds that need to be taken out, and then Mike dig this up. So the second project, and there's also an abandoned well there. It's a bit of a danger spot if folks get through the brush to it. So we talked about covering that with stone or big boards. And there's one good piece of granite that would fit over it pretty well, but it would involve heavy equipment.
Actually, some of the dirt out of those piles would probably go right in there and fill it right up.
Oh, you could just fill it that way too. That'd be one way to do it,
Kill 2 birds with one stone.
Pretty smart.
or one dirt. The other project is.
Okay, can I ask you a question? So
Yes, sir.
the weed infested mounds of soil. I call it soil because according to my soils
Yeah, that's
professor in
right.
college, dirt is the stuff you find under your couch, it's soil.
Yeah, that's fine, you're right, that's fine. They're
So-
soil mounds.
Good, dispose of that, dispose of it where?
Jungle,
Compost center.
Oh,
at
Down
Jungle
Jungle
Road.
Road.
fine, I just wanna know.
Actually, what I'm gonna do is use a grapple first and grab everything by the roots, pull all the roots out so that it's not in the soil in case somebody wants to
Right.
use it. We'll take that down to the compost pile, there's a brush pile down there, dump it in, it's a dump trailer.
Lovely.
And
I
then
thought we were
come
gonna
back.
bring it over to the Nashua.
Huh?
I thought we were bringing it over to the Nashua, dump it in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, he's joking.
Yeah. Jungle Road.
Samoset, I'll put it in
Samoset,
Samoset. I need some
yeah.
fill
Okay,
down
he's
there.
joking too, for the record. So the second project was when the September 11, 2023 storm came, it really wiped out some trails. One of them was one I was a trail adopter for, goes from marker 75 to 105, which is the quarry trail, going up to the quarry.
Did this at Boutel?
No, this
No.
is now the quarry trail near Distributing Reservoir.
Okay.
So it's a lower part of the South Manusnack Hill. The city very kindly went and put gravel in. It was 60-something dump truck loads. Oh, these trenches were yay high and yay wide. It was amazing to see and very dangerous to hike. And they filled it all in. Well, since then, when I first inspected earlier this year, it all looked good. Next time I inspected, there were some ruts being formed. So the idea is to go up there with some shovels and rakes and
Maybe some dirt. Hmm?
no, just rocks,
Just rocks, okay.
no dirt or soil, and kind of fix the one that's kind of getting rutted, but fill them in and create a few more water diversions,
Yeah.
basically.
Water
And
bars, more or
yeah.
less.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like they have on Granite Street that's really nice now, so it doesn't degrade as well. I've been pushing for that and didn't get it through with the trail stewards and what they wanted to do. So I volunteered it as doing this as part of the day of caring. Jesse then went and put this on the website, applied through United Way, so we're up on the website with these projects, looking for 4 volunteers, aside from the 3 of us. Anybody else wants to join us, you're welcome.
It's September 19th.
19th, it's a Friday.
Do I have to commit to the whole day?
No,
Can I
it's
do it
9 AM to 1
You're on
PM or
the-
any
yeah.
part thereof.
Oh,
Nine,
that's
hold on,
that's
nine
already
to
only half
one.
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think we'll take all that long, certainly not on the quarry one, so I'll lead the quarry one, Mike will lead the other, he might do some of the dirt moving earlier,
Yeah.
to be determined,
Okay.
but it does need raking and planting grass
That's
and so on.
the quarry trail, that's one of the ones with the yellow dots off Elm Street.
Yes, no, not off Elm Street, it's off of Exchange Street, closer to Exchange. It does head toward Elm Street, yes, but it's closer to Exchange Street.
I can
It's
put-
between 75 and 105. And it's,
75.
you go up from 75 and you kind of curve to the left and it's the first straightaway. Now, I haven't inspected it, probably 2 months. I'll be up there before September 19th and see what it looks like now. But I believe it was a responsibility of somebody to get this done because the city fixed this and now it's getting hurt again.
75 to 105,
Yeah.
are those addresses on Exchange Street?
No,
Those signs.
those are the trail
The
post
trail
numbers,
Yeah.
the waypoint numbers.
75 to 105.
And it's leading up to the old Levitt Quarry.
On the post.
Do we have to sign up on the website? Or
No,
can I
if
just
you,
volunteer?
if you
think-
do that,
yeah.
replaces one of the volunteers we get.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You
So
just
I'm not,
started.
we're not signing up. We are,
Excellent, I'm happy
It is
to do
there.
less.
there is a waiver form used for the trail stewards. Jesse and I were talking today with the liability person for the city, and they're gonna edit it and take out the trail stewards parts. We have some kind of form to sign, which we should do. And I can do mine with trail stewards still, but we should do that and sign those that day.
But there,
It's a liability waiver thing. So we just wanna let you know and see if anybody wants to join us.
I can possibly join probably late morning.
No worries either way.
I should be available.
And we're gonna let, and if so, we go quick and we may have, we may find another project or two we can jump on.
And
Well, we're at it.
we'll have at least one more meeting before then, we can
Yes, we
discuss it
will.
more.
Yeah,
Rich.
right.
Rich, are there any trees up at that Boots Hill Street kiosk? Are there any trees there?
And there's some around, there's one teeny one about yay big that we're gonna cut down on one of the mounds.
Okay. I thought I remembered a couple about that size, but
Just, it's one with a quick handsaw, or Michael
it's not
knock
in
it
good
down.
health. What was
Speaking of tiny trees, do we have time for a side comment or should I just save it? I'll save it.
Well, we got through that one, I got 2 more things to get through. You can jump in now if you want.
I was just curious if anyone ever heard from Bonsai Guy again.
Oh, I was gonna ask him just
Bonsai
the other
guy.
day.
Yeah.
He lives across the street from me, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Oh, he does?
I totally forgot about that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name's
Okay.
Scott.
Came in to get permission to dig up some small trees
The big
to
bonsai done.
bonsai them.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
What a
I'm-
considerate man.
And I
well,
wanted to see
Yeah.
pictures. I
What
wanted
were they? Were they like little Japanese maples or like what was
No,
it?
they're like he's like doing it with like native
Like a red maple.
trees.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He wanted to collect 3 or 5 trees a year or something out of the vast
Yeah.
wilderness.
How long ago did he come in here?
A year ago, anyway.
Yeah.
No,
At least
Wasn't it?
2,
I don't know. I can't remember.
yeah.
We'll have to make that like
I forgot about
every
that.
every decade we need a
Right,
progress
just the
report
other day.
on the bonsai trees.
Next time I see
What's
him out
Bonsai Guy?
by his
Bonsai
mailbox,
guy.
Yeah, if you see him or something,
I'll go ask him.
yeah, to tell him we're
Because he
curious.
was gonna give us a report or show us pictures, so maybe he'll even come in and show us.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Not on the map.
You write all this stuff, Rich?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
No.
The next is one that Jesse and I worked on some. I mentioned before, hoping this commission and Jesse in particular, we can move a little more into dealing with conservation lands. Some of Jesse's job by his description about everything and anything environmental conservation land related to the city. And so our first step was stepping into the entrance spots of these, the trails, trail network, such as Boutel. And the trail stewards aren't taking care of the entrance spots. So we're gonna talk to some of the departments, see who wants to help us maintain them. Or we
No one
can-
wants to help us.
Well, you haven't asked yet, right?
We're working, well, we talked to DPW about it.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
We got more.
We're working on it.
We got
We're
more
working
to
on it.
ask. The trail stewards have asked for a master plan for quite a while. They resisted remapping, which is a project we're kind of already started. We're waiting on one more trail we gotta walk to GPS it. And we're gonna make some small tweaking to the maps. We're also gonna update Barrett Park map and Prospect Park for the Recreation Department. When I say we, that means me, working with Montechusett Regional Planning Commission. We've got 12 free hours that the mayor authorized us to use that the city gets each year. So we've already got that permission. And we wanted, one, I want to redo the Boutel map because it still says Hill Street. And to do a map for the Pierce Street area. That's a new property of ours that there's no map yet. So Jesse's already walked that one with me along with one other new trail that was put in by the trail stewards at a Day of Caring project 2 years ago, I think it was, 2 or 3. That was from Mount Elam Road up to post number 30. So those trails will get added to the maps. But in line with the thoughts of a master plan, I've recognized, I think we need some modification or addition to how the trails are maintained. The trail stewards don't do all of it, they do certain things. I think we need more city involvement. So I've drafted a City of Leominster Trail Management and Maintenance Program plan, fairly short, just 4 pages.
Good.
So what we're hoping for today, we met today with Greg, what's his last name?
Chapdelaine.
Okay, who's the, not liability, but.
He's the purchasing agent for the city.
He's purchasing
But he
agent.
does all of everything insurance. Greg is kind of at the helm of.
Liability thing, so we wanted to go through him as part of this process. Chuck's read it, Jesse's read this draft. And what we're hoping for tonight, per his recommendation, before we take the next step, which would be to get the mayor to approve us moving forward. Actually, that's a couple, that's the next step.
Yeah, that would be where it goes.
Would be a non-binding resolution from this group to approve us taking the next steps forward, which would involve going to the mayor and then going to the legal the law firm that oversees this stuff for the city, and then risk management before we move on to Recreation Department and Water Department. The key components of it was the conservation agent would take a bigger role in these conservation areas and the trails. And so we'd be hoping that they would, the mayor and the other, those folks, and this commission eventually would be voting to approve this plan in the end. So this is non-binding, what we're asking for
Plan,
today. It's
the eventual master plan?
not a master plan, it's a management and maintenance.
I wasn't sure, I want to make sure we knew which plan you were talking about. Okay, go ahead.
A master plan, that the way the trail stewards want it, includes everything with the kitchen sink and all these future decisions. I'm trying to set up a process for that. So part of that process would be any new trails to be officially on the city's maps would come to this commission for approval. I think that's a proper role for us after Jesse vets them. But it would include Jesse keeping a database of trail maintenance issues that have been reported that need to be addressed. And then leading that to get those done in a timely fashion by going to the trail stewards, going to the New England Mountain Bike Association, going to Recreation Department, or individual volunteers. Another things the trail stewards started to do was to have a trail adopter program where people adopt sections and keep their eye on them. Pick up trash, move a few branches off, and report things that need bigger work, like chainsawing. And Jesse's volunteered to start, because the trail stewards didn't end up doing that. I was the only trail adopter who ever submitted a report. So we would start a trail adopter program. I already got a few names for certain
I think
trails.
before we get into all this stuff, we should just see if people, I thought the point of tonight was, let's see if we're interested in, as a commission, saying like, okay, we wanna go forward with some maintenance plan like this.
I do.
Then we'll talk to the legal people and figure out.
I do, but I wanted
We don't even
them
know
to
if we're
have
gonna-
the gist of it,
Yeah.
how your role is involved, and that's
No, that's
why I
fine,
brought
that's
up
fine.
this much.
Yeah.
And it mentions things such as, use of pesticides and that it's not allowed, other than probably Jesse. Gives some hints on how to establish them. It talks about establishing new trails. People are not allowed to unless they get approved,
Quick
which would
question.
involve us and whatever body of the government is involved with that land, might be water department and so on. But this group would be to oversee and have a holistic approach to quote approving new trails that end up on the maps. That's the gist.
Question, when you say pesticides, you talking about herbicides?
Yes, mostly, yeah.
Can we make it herbicides then?
Yeah, I
Versus,
say them specifically.
versus spraying for insect pests and fungi and rodents? Because the
I know.
pesticides is the whole
There's
approach.
all of it, yes it is.
So
And so I
If
differentiate.
we need to be more specific, please, if not.
I say spraying of pesticides, including herbicides and insecticides, is not allowed on city property. Period.
Okay,
But you'll get to go
I
through.
don't
all
even,
the
yeah,
permit
this isn't,
details.
okay,
we're not getting into specifics
Okay.
like that.
fair enough.
Beyond what we
Yeah,
already said,
fair
we just
enough,
want your
okay.
approval to move forward and take it the next steps
Yeah.
of this. And then it will come back to you at some point when, and then we'll go to the public and the trail stewards and the mountain bike association.
At that
Once we
point,
get through
everyone
the
can
mayor
give,
and so
you can
on.
be as specific as you would like,
Lovely.
any single
Okay.
word.
Whoa, be
anything
careful.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, this sounds reasonable enough if Jesse wants to take this on. Like, my gut kind of says this kind of maintenance would kind of go to like Parks and Rec.
Mm.
But like, if Jesse wants to get outside,
We met with them. They don't take much role in that, and we're delighted that we would move forward with this concept. Because they're not maintaining the trails.
if,
So we talked to Lisa and Nick.
I mean, I'm not, I don't wanna get into specifics tonight. I'm fine moving forward with this. We will nail down the specifics of how the system would actually work at a later date.
Including working with rec department, water.
Yeah,
department,
okay.
so on.
What do we have for an open space and recreation plan presently in those?
Oh, there's a very big open space plan
When does it
available on the
expire?
website,
When does it expire?
Maybe 27? I feel like is it?
a few years from now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
it's-
part of that
We have
includes,
we have an active plan, it expires in a couple of years, so this is good material to like think about to include in the next one.
oh, I'd like to move forward now, sir.
I
I see
understand,
a need for the work.
I understand, but it doesn't have funding right now.
Doesn't necessarily need funding per se. We've got a teeny bit in our budget, like we bought signs to finish the signage work. Recreation department can help. We can advocate for budget as we see it needed, but most all the work's done by volunteers.
Right.
Rec department has tools that the trail stewards use that are available to volunteers like that. I wanna make sure that there are trails that don't get checked. I think it would be great to have the trail adopter program and have a full-time employee responsible for this instead of
That
a
would be good.
volunteer group that always says, but we're just volunteers.
That would be good.
We don't expect this.
To what extent does the current, open space and recreation plan address? these
It
sorts of
mentions somewhere deep in it that, oh, there should be a master plan developed for the trails.
issues? Okay, so that's,
This is part of
Okay.
that, and a big part of what they, a section of what the trail stewards wanted in the master planning was to decide whether to do this trail, do this, do that one. Specifically, this sets up a process for that to be approved by the city, per se, in one group, along with whichever department is responsible for each individual parcel where a trail might go. So I'm hoping to
sure.
this
No, I'm
non-binding
just-
resolution be
Makes total
approved,
sense.
so
I'm
we
just
can
encour-
move forward.
I'm just encouraging that we work within the existing framework for open space and recreation.
That is, it helps
Yeah.
fulfill part of it.
Okay, very good.
So,
Thank
And I think it makes a more compelling argument if your plan has already been, well, no, if the plans, sure, if we test it or vet it, but if the open space and recreation plan already calls for such a document, like that's,
This would be part of what it calls for. If we
Right.
try to get all of what the trail stewards wanted, it will die a quick death, as it has before.
or a
Because it's-
slow, painful death.
Yeah, right, because there's too much.
Right.
There, we still have to get through various legal reviews and the
Sure.
mayor,
but
and
then
so on,
it speaks,
liability
it speaks to an
things.
existing need.
Yes, it
I think
does.
that's an existing and, already-
Written need
exactly.
and observed need.
No, that's what I was getting at.
Thank you.
Alright, So you need us to actually vote on a non-binding resolution?
We would like that, and then Jesse and I will prepare a note to the mayor that includes that we voted to move forward with a non-binding resolution. Because Greg, person responsible for liability and so on, wanted us to do that. He's kind of redirected the path I envisioned, and I'm fine with that.
Give me the language you want to use then for this motion.
To approve the commission moving forward, or Jesse in particular, or Jesse or I, however you want to do that, moving forward with a City of Leominster Trail Management and Maintenance Program plan and putting it through the steps that we've been advised already to move it forward, further forward for eventual revisiting by this group for eventual approval. But
Those
we're gonna
steps-
have
those
several
steps-
different steps to move through.
This is the first of those steps.
Yeah, one, I gotta figure out what the legal standing of the trail stewards are as part of this. But he wants us to decide to move forward, send a letter to the mayor with a draft copy, this is just a resolution. Then it goes to the legal firm, then we go to risk management, then we go to recreation and water. Then it goes back to Greg and maybe the lawyers, then we'll come to you with the full thing. Sure, if you wanna see it earlier, we can. So yeah, there's a few steps that I wasn't necessarily planning on, but I'm very willing to work on to try to get this done. I don't think this takes a ton of Jesse's time. I really don't think it does.
Let me see the name of this stuff. So that's too long for a motion. So, I will entertain a motion then for, to approve, moving forward on the City of Leominster Trail Management and Maintenance Program as described by our lovely vice chair here, as the first step in
This is a non-binding resolution.
non-binding resolution, yeah.
As one step of many.
That's my motion.
I will make that motion.
Thank you, Michael. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Jordan.
Okay, Nick,
Great show, Jesse. I'm gonna vote aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Jordan,
Aye.
Steph,
Aye.
Rich,
Hi,
and Chuck.
Aye. Thank you,
Thank
Rich,
you.
for your work on it. I appreciate it very much.
thank you everyone very much. The next thing, Chuck,
Yep.
if I may,
You bet.
is
Money
the.
for this.
Thanks, I put a lot of work in that, trying to get it in good shape to begin with. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Winter wetland delineation review.
Yes.
Policy, something that was approved in 2022, I believe in March, probably. There were 4 meetings where it was on the agenda. I have no minutes from them. They may not exist. I didn't have them. It was something brought when Angela was the agent,
It's pre-Nick, yeah.
just before she left the job. Because the meeting after, I last see it in the minutes, was the job, putting out the job announcement for the agent. And what it does is it bans anyone from doing a wetland delineation between December 1 and March 31st, basically,
Without our approval.
without our pre-approval.
Right.
But we can't find a final copy. Jesse can't find a final copy. It never made the website, which is a great point from Mike, that how do we count it official if it's not been published? For
Correct.
example, 2 of them tonight, one was from January this year, one was from February the year before. Were we gonna say no because we got a hidden policy? I don't think so.
I think we can say no regardless of the policy.
Yeah, we could.
I think we can just say no, that we can do that.
So the question is what to do with this. And I'm looking in this draft, it says, delineations reviewed between, may be done April 1st to December 1st. So it's December through March that they basically won't
4
allow
months a
without
year.
prior permission. This was voted in, but it's not final. We don't have a final version of what was voted in. I'd love to see us reconsider it and rescind it. I think Jesse would too. Because we can take things, I think, on a case-by-case basis. Now, in all fairness, I must note that I voted nay at the time.
Yeah, you did.
And that was my first sole nay vote. So that's the scoop. So what do we do, Chuck? What do you think?
Thoughts, yeah.
I think it's highly unlikely that you can get a good delineation done when there's 2 feet of snow on the ground and the ground is frozen.
Agreed.
No,
So how do you put some boundaries around that? Because somebody's gonna come in and we're gonna see a big snowy field and yep, there's no wetland here.
Or everything's frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen, you can't kick a soil sample, you
Yeah.
can't see any vegetation. So there's gotta be some
protection.
Case by case.
Huh?
Case by
When
case.
is that, I would say that,
Can
I
just-
agree, yeah, sorry, you
can I
finish.
just one thing is, it's gotta be written on the site so that a wetland scientist can come out and say, I can't do this now, or I need special permission, so they know it. So, that's my only,
Can we,
my,
Steph?
I was just gonna say, I agree with Mike, and if somebody wants to come in and request an exception, you know, we can hear them, right? People are always allowed to ask, but I think this is a very reasonable standard to set.
I didn't like the dates. One, who's to say there's 2 feet of snow or frozen ground
right?
in late March, let alone January, January, let alone late March? Which is why I think we could do it case by case, and that's where Angela went, was more of the, let's just do this blanket thing, and she thought it would really help her. And I think she was already job hunting when she did it.
It's quite
But,
possible.
and so it was, why would we do that?
I think if we
What would
set
you
the
do?
standard, then if people come in and ask us for an exception, we can use those pieces of logic to grant that exception.
Then we would need to re-vote on this, because we don't have a final version.
Agreed, I was going there.
Okay.
Jordan, do you have any questions or comments on it? Any thoughts?
Taking it all in.
Okay, that's fine, that's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
And then we have to publicize it, make sure people know, so
Right.
they don't go out and do this like 2 of 3 applicants tonight.
Yeah.
Jesse, if we were to reconsider this and approve it more or less as written, how would we publicize, how would we let people know that this is, where could they access it, how would they?
I mean, obviously posting it on the website
Right.
would be smart.
Okay,
And
I
for
don't
me,
really
anyone
know.
who comes to us who does wetland delineations, you tell Matt Morrow, you tell. Mr.
Yeah, I mean, we can put the word out there, like we can, yeah,
okay,
I don't,
all right.
I don't have any big ideas other than the website,
Okay,
just
that's
letting
fine,
people
that's
know.
fine.
Yeah,
I just wanna make
I mean,
sure.
everyone who submits an application to us is technically supposed to fill out that checklist too. So you just add that to the
Okay.
checklist.
Nick, you just,
You can post a policy on the website.
Yeah,
I would to the broader point about wetlands delineation in the winter, any wetlands delineation, needs to provide evidence. So
Yeah,
there's a standard form, you gotta fill out what plants you see, you gotta fill out a soils description, so you need to be able to dig. You cannot get evidence for
Yeah.
a wetland soil if the ground is frozen.
so if.
Which is to say, you cannot demonstrate there's a wetland if you can't put a soil, if you
I
can't sample the soil. So in fact, it's, if the ground is frozen, doing a wetlands delineation is effectively
Yeah.
impossible.
But Rick's saying,
The ground
Rich,
isn't
it's-
frozen.
yeah, he's saying if the ground's not
December through
frozen
March.
in
Yeah.
March,
Yeah.
right, and they go and they do it, then
Right,
like
well,
that's the
Yeah,
issue.
like this policy
With the
is
blanket
almost
policy.
unnecessary.
That's what I'm
because you
saying,
literally
that's what I'm saying, it's
can't-
sort of
Yeah,
moot.
can we
Which I would
checklist-
agree with them, like,
Can we checklist the things that Mike and Stephanie are mentioning that I do agree with? I just didn't like the blanket 4-month
Yeah,
period.
no, that's fine.
That's all. Can we checklist it somehow? The ground must, you must be able to dig, the ground can't be frozen, you can't have more than, one of them, they had an inch of snow.
In order to delineate a wetland, you need to demonstrate that it's got appropriate wetland vegetation and that it's got an appropriate
Soil.
soil.
Yeah, but
profile.
it's the lack of observation of specific vegetation, evidence that something isn't a wetland,
No.
right? So if
So
it's,
the-
that's not.
Right.
Because it's not there, doesn't mean it's not a wetland.
Yeah, you need to
Provide
generate
it's
evidence, but you need to generate those 2 lines of evidence. So you need both, you need a
Right.
soil profile, if you don't have a soil profile, effectively, it doesn't meet the criteria of the wetland.
All right, so I think we can beat this dead horse for a while. So I think what we need to do is come up with a motion.
At this
Yeah.
point,
What we
I'd
are
just like
talking-
to know how we should move forward. Do we
Oh.
redo this?
I have an idea if I
Finalize it, or
can.
checklist?
Yeah, please.
Why don't I look at that? I have that draft from you. I'll revise it with, what we've talked about in mind, and then we can collectively share comments on a doc and
All right,
try,
let's
try
do
to
that.
come to something.
Because personally, I'm, for the most part, in favor of that. I think if, it is very difficult in most winters in that time frame to do a proper wetland delineation, but if they wanna come to us and say, hey, we haven't had, it's here, it's the middle of March, it has been ground hasn't been frozen since middle of February, I wanna do a delineation, sure, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Well, we would approve it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, that's just my personal thought. So.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take this electronic document, put it up on the drive someplace, and
Yeah.
with your comments, and then we'll,
Can you also do an alternative for at least me or maybe somebody else who might want a checklist version instead?
What do you mean?
See, I feel like the checklist is more work.
Well, yeah, it involves more thinking through it. I'm just saying you can't do it, but now you gotta come prove to us, as opposed to the dirt can't, the soil can't be frozen. You need to dig so deep and so on. The same things that we would go through if they were to come to us for approval. What would we ask them? Can we
Sure.
ask that in advance in the checklist?
Okay.
And we could say we discourage, but I hate to ban them, because if this was a policy, which I guess it isn't, because we don't have a final version, or on the website, we would have to turn down those 2 wetland delineations that we heard tonight.
not sure if I agree with the term banning them, we're not banning it, we're just saying you need permission.
You need
the
permission.
timeframe.
Right,
So,
but we would void those 2.
However, I mean, you could go to those two and see how good they are.
I looked at them, I got them right here.
Did you went to the
Can I
site,
see
you went
them?
to one of the sites today,
Yeah, I've
yeah?
got parts of one and all of another.
Yeah, you went to one of the sites today, Rich, right?
Yeah,
oh, those two, I know what you meant by those two sites, okay.
You went to one of those sites,
Yeah, one of them had snow and,
was the delineation any good?
No, when I saw scientists, I would.
no, one was just a stream. It was just a stream at, the one that most of the folks were here, right? That was the Rochelle.
No, just ask them.
It was, yeah, you were at Baston, right?
Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, my bad,
Yeah,
my bad, the Bascom. It was a stream that we didn't walk that far in to see it. It was very heavily
Were the-
wooded
were
and
the
tons
flags-
of vines. There's
were the
all sorts
flags
of
up?
invasive vines.
Were the flags up?
We didn't go in that far.
You weren't able to
But
see?
again,
any
I believe it was
any
just a stream,
parking flag?
not bordering,
Okay, so this is the one that you went to, the Bascom one.
yes.
Says there's no bordering, vegetation, wetland present along the stream. Would you say
Technically,
that's
we
consistent?
shouldn't be discussing this when the hearing's already
Yeah.
been continued.
Yeah,
to-
yeah.
Okay, but without making it specific, if a
Yes.
report had said that, and then you were to go out in the field and observe something that was inconsistent with what was observed in February, okay, well then we're right back to square one of telling somebody who has a previous wetland delineation that the work is not
Up to par.
acceptable,
I don't
but
think that's specific to, I've been going to all of these sites and reviewing the delineations. And
Yeah,
if
that's-
I had concerns, I'd call the person who hung the
Okay.
flags and we'd go over it together.
That's
I
one
think
of
that's
our-
kind of like standard practice.
Yeah, that's under our purview to review
Okay.
the delineation in any case.
And both of these and most all say,
Yeah.
this delineation, of course, can change depending on season, this, and the other.
Yeah.
They do that.
All right,
I'm okay with deferring to the commissioner's approval and,
Yeah, I am too.
if he's, reviewing everything, then I don't know, I get it both ways.
all right, so what are we doing from here?
He's gonna develop a draft of this and
Yeah.
hopefully a
Okay.
short checklist that
And
might,
it'll make everyone happy.
Okay, so a checklist to go with that.
I'm not sure what you're asking for with this checklist.
Nick, do you wanna get input?
Are you suggesting that,
What,
I'm not sure what you're asking
okay,
for either.
so
Yeah.
hypothetically, somebody comes to us and says, well, I wanna do it in January. And we say, okay, what about this? What about this? What about that?
We should just require that every applicant use the standard
Yeah,
delineation form
yeah.
that the state has, which is what we see every time anyways.
Yeah.
That's already what everyone does.
So why isn't that enough already? If it says that you can't be frozen, you've gotta be able to dig.
We just literally wouldn't be able to, part of that form is filling out,
The soil profile.
soils
Yeah,
that you're
so then
finding.
they-
So you
I'm more
literally
worried that
can't,
somebody's-
that was Nick's point, is you literally
You
this,
cannot
this,
get the
this
evidence.
rule is almost redundant because
Yeah.
you literally can't fill out the form if the ground is frozen.
Yes.
And if you can't see that it asks for the vegetative layer, the herbaceous layer too, so if there's snow on the ground, you can't see that.
And I'd rather see the plants. So in some
Yeah.
concept, I agree with it, you know, but everything's not there.
Yeah.
So why don't you give it some thought?
Yeah,
Carl?
let me give it thought, and I'll try to come up with something.
All right.
Thank you, Chair.
And I'm happy to get like more input, but
Okay,
yeah.
all right, good, all right, well, that was a good conversation, all right, good, moving on. Under request for certificate of compliance, nothing new with 1771 Lock Drive?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And Prospect Park?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have had the chance to go out there.
I have, yeah.
I have the as-built. I think everything looks very good out there. They didn't end up doing the boardwalk, which is the main reason that they had come before you guys,
Right.
but
Yeah, I was up there a few weeks ago with my dog, it
Yeah.
looked fine to me.
yeah, everything,
Walk the
everything's
walk
going
the whole
on.
thing.
I didn't compare it.
Why did they not do the boardwalk?
They just ran out of money.
Ran out of money.
Yeah.
Well, there was a change there, they weren't really going to, the disability standards. And they,
Oh, yeah.
they had to, yeah.
Well, they had to modify it. In hindsight, when I was out there and
Yeah.
it did look more a prospect, I would change my mind. I would, because I told rec department, I would not have supported it. I
Really?
didn't see the need for it. It's pretty small wetland and it would really cut through it
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
So I would have asked for a site visit
Mhm.
discussion
All right,
if it were to come up again.
so do you need us to vote on the certificate of compliance tonight?
Yeah,
Okay.
if we would like to issue
All right,
it,
and you,
yes.
and that's your recommendation?
That'd be my recommendation, yes.
All right, then based on the, unless anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, based on the agent's comments, I'll entertain a motion to approve a certificate of compliance for the work done at Prospect Park.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Nick, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mike.
And on the vote, how do you vote? Jordan?
Aye.
Steph?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
Chuck?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And Nick?
All right, thank you all. All right, moving on to the next meeting. So the next meeting will be a busy one, probably, on September 9th, 2025. Filing deadline is this coming Friday? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, this coming Friday, August 29th, 2025 at noon. The meeting after that will be September 23rd, 2025. The filing deadline will be Friday, September 12th, 2025 at noon.
Could I ask a question? So there was no continuance filed? Can we ask about that?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Out on Facebook, there's a lot of chatter about the company that's proposing this is gonna put in for a continuance because.
Over at Orchard Hill?
Yeah.
Well, it's already been continued to the 9th.
I'm not gonna
Past that?
consider chatter from Facebook.
Right.
I'll wait until I hear.
No, I know, I just asked. No,
I have-
I wasn't asking you to do that.
Yeah.
I was
No,
just
I,
surprised.
as the last thing I've heard from them is, at the meeting we agreed on September 9th.
Right.
If they need more time, then I don't see anything wrong with
Yeah,
that.
until we hear from them, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Question though.
Please.
Yeah.
With that on the agenda, assuming it will be, Jesse wanted to put these other continuance first so that we can get those folks out of the way.
Right.
And I just want everybody to agree with that.
Correct, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, because otherwise they might wait 2 hours, 3 hours.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and obviously, we'll, if we're having, if all these hearings are gonna be September 9th, we'll need the city council chambers again, more than likely.
Yeah.
And we're assuming that the Orchard Hill project will have a DEP number and comments from the DEP. So if we haven't, then we'll continue that too, so.
And so if you haven't reserved the room, we need it.
All right,
Hang on.
Yes, Nick.
Was there anything at 1771 Lock Drive?
No.
Was there-
Nope.
Okay.
no, that's just a kind of a placeholder until they come back to us with a plan to put some kind of permanent barrier there.
Just wanna make
versus-
sure we didn't miss it.
Yeah, nope.
No.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:54 PM.
I've got something I'd like to mention if
Oh,
I can.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
I recently started working on my master's of public administration.
Mhm.
It's something that my workplace is helping me to work on.
Right.
So I had reached out to Jesse, and I wanted to see if the commission has any interest in it. I know at some of our past meetings, we've discussed the possibility of some sort of wetlands bylaw for the
Mhm.
city.
Ordinance.
Ordinance, yes. I'm curious if we have an appetite for me maybe working on that, and
Yes.
working with all of
Oh
you
my
to kind of develop
gosh.
that over the next couple of years.
Marry me.
In case you're wondering, that meant yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Absolutely. Okay, there's something I've been wanting to do since I became chair.
Okay.
And it just died under its own weight.
Do you need a thesis?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, is a capstone that I can dedicate a lot time
Yeah.
to over the next couple of years.
Bring
And
it.
this seems like
Yeah, because
Kind of
it's
a
gonna,
heavy
it's
lift.
gonna involve the city council, it's gonna involve MACC, it's gonna involve the mayor,
okay.
a lot of people. So if you have the stomach for that,
Yes.
I, as individual, as a chair, I probably speak for all of us, do it.
Okay.
We would love that,
Okay.
So I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'll
right?
keep reaching out to all of you to see what it will entail.
Yeah.
And
There's
MACC
examples.
will be a lot of help.
MACC will be a lot of help too.
Yeah.
So,
Then you'll have to go through various legal steps.
Correct, correct.
Yes,
As we discussed
a lot of
today,
them.
just
yeah.
for this trail
A
thing.
lot for that, but yeah, no, that's
It's gonna be
great.
a morass, but if you can make even if you just make some progress, that would be fantastic. So
Okay.
if you need help from us, you know, with the thesis and that type of stuff, let us know.
okay, awesome.
But yes, thank you.
Yeah, anything we can do to support you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With that, everybody all set?
Actually, to that point, other towns, they have their conservation commission will post a policy on their website.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have the legal weight of an ordinance.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's another, in place of an ordinance, you can announce a policy on the conservation commission on the website and. Yeah,
So
I mean, it may not be enforceable,
Could be an
but
interim step.
but there it is. You can, if you wanna do something like that in the meantime.
Yeah, it's an interim step.
For any of these sorts of considerations, like do we wanna
Okay.
allow delineation in
All right.
there?
Let's
We could have
let's
policy.
see what she comes back at us
Sure.
with. But yeah, thank you, Nick. I appreciate
I
that.
just wanna put it out there.
Yep, thank you.
No, it's good.
With then I'll then entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:57 p.m.
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you, Rich.
Jordan,
Hi.
Steph,
I.
Rich,
Aye.
Chuck,
All right.
Mike, Nick,
Bye.
good job.
There you go. Thank you, everybody.